Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. And so it's happened. Season 2, Episode 1, Planets. Alright, so as you can see here, we are on a planet. This is Space Engineers. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So first impressions, it's freaking awesome. It's amazing. Graphics are astounding. Yeah, been walking around a little bit. I did spawn in a ship on the surface, but my machine immediately lagged out and the ship crashed and got destroyed. So we're in creative anyway because we've got some ships we want to place. So in order to do this, I'm going to head over to that valley and place some ships. And we'll see how many of them can break orbit. So let's go over here. So the idea is to get the Amelia in place and a few of our other ships we have done, and then see what we can do from there. Alright, so stop. Come on. So there are resources on the planets. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna be able to actually mine the planet. This is the planet it put me on. There's, excuse me, a couple of them in view, maybe. Oh, there's one there. If you go really, really, really high, this one's here. So way up in that direction over there, there's more over that direction. So, all right. So we're gonna come into the F10 menu. So we got the Amelia, and I started to do the Kestrel for survival, which is like all vanilla parts, but there's a few blocks somewhere that are not vanilla. So I'm trying to work that out, but it's nearly there. You can see there in the thumbnail. It has all standard thrusters and all that fun stuff. So I'm going through that, and I hope to have that done here soon. And once I do that, I will put it up on the workshop. And in the episode I do that, I'll put a link in a video. So let's start with Amelia and see what happens. Wait for it. Wow. All right. Some frame rate problems there. All right. So that problem I have with this is she's going to crash. Oh man, as soon as I made contact with the planet, my frame rate just dropped to nothing. All right, there we go. All right, so there's going to be some damage on the bottom of the hull. Some. Not a lot. The railgun's intact. That's all that matters. All right, let's get in and fire it up. All right, so can we break orbit? Okay, so the Amelia is... Oh, look at her HUD. That's really cool. The Amelia is not intended for internal orbit. Kind of thought that was going to happen. Let's turn the battery or the reactors are off. Let's try that again. So reactors are on. It's moving. It's just not enough thrust to get it off the ground. I'm hitting spacebar and forward at the same time. Just not working. Alright. That's why we wanted to test this. Alright, so out. Alright, we're going to delete the Amelia. And then we'll put her up in orbit. So let's go back to our F10 menu. And let's try a Kess. Let's see if a Kess can do anything. Yes, we deleted a few of the guns, I think. Yeah, the gun's missing. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see here. Go to V. We have enough forward thrust to get us up in the air, but we fall like a rock. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, that's cool. Without inertial dampeners, we do. That's kind of funny. Alright, so that's that. We need to find a flatter spot, that's for sure. Let's go fly over here this way, now that we got a ship that can travel in the atmo. It's really awesome that we know what the horizon is. That's really cool. It's a really nice touch that they added to the HUD. Is that our altitude? Oh yeah, okay. So we are 50 meters above the ground. Oh, that's a nice touch. I really like that. That was very well done. Alright, so ships perform pretty well in atmo. But I like this spot right here. We're going to use this spot right here. So my goal in this episode is to do a little bit of testing like this. And then in our next episode, we'll actually start breaking ground and heading off in the direction that we want to go for the long term. Okay, so Amelia's a no-go. I'm pretty sure Castrel's a no-go as well. So the drones, the Fury's not going to do it. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, we got this guy. Entire point of this thing was to get off planet, right? I am really glad we put all that on the bottom now. Alright, so here we go. I really hope that this thing's going to work. Yes, it is. Plenty of enough thrust. Alright. As it falls back to the planet, that's funny. Alright. So this thing has enough thrust. This is exactly what we wanted to make sure of. And it does. Especially for its mass, because this thing is so heavy. Alright. Okay, so we have this guy and we have the Kiss. Those two can definitely do atmo just fine, which I'm perfectly cool with. So alright. Well, this went better than I anticipated on this ship. Alright. So let's go ahead and head to orbit. Why isn't it going up now? There we go. Let's go straight up. Ah, it's really cool. You can see the stars and stuff start to show up. So I'd like to hear from you guys, which planet do you want to see settle on? Alright, cool. So is that cool or what? Planetary gravity is diminishing as we're backing away. The bubble around it is phenomenal. So there's the other two planets I was referring to earlier, off in the distance, and then we have, where's the other one? This guy right here. So we have that, and then we have those two over there. Supposedly there's another shore. That's correct. There's those over there. I say we go to that one and check that one out, which not too sure how far away it is, so it might end up being, we'll do that in the next episode. But what we do want to do is get away from the planetary gravity and get the Amelia in place. So we can start working on getting a station built and all those other fun things. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Can't wait to start getting this stuff built. Alright, so now we're actually starting to get some speed built up. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. The problem is we have to be so far away. Man, this is going to be crazy. We're going to need some super agile, fast ships to go from orbit to planetary. There we go. Okay. We are stopped. You're officially above the planet. Oh, there is another planet. Okay. So we have that guy, those two, and then I saw one right over in the distance. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. There's another one right there. Alright, so that might be a moon. That might not be a planet, so. Alright, that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and climb out of our ship. Stay put there, buddy. We're really close to Atmo. So we could probably get into Atmo pretty easily right there. Whoa, that was close. Alright, so F10, Amelia, okay, and Control V. There she is. Alright, so there we go. We have our Amelia in orbit. We're a little over 40,000 from the surface, so let's go with K. Let's grab the antenna. I know we put one on the ship. Oh, we need to kill those lights. Oh, it's one thing about DirectX 11 is required for planets. So hopefully we can get more of these models updated now because of the amount of... Oh my goodness, really? Okay, lights. Control A. Alright, let's get all these things reduced, hopefully to a manageable amount. Alright, we can't see anything, but... Alright, so yeah, we'll have to work on the lighting, because DirectX 11 is so moody. Let's turn our light on. There we go. So we have... Is it under Amelia? Is that what we put it under? Alright. So range is 50,000, so we should be able to see it from the surface. So, alright, we'll check that out. So one of the things I want to do is get our ship set up, basically like I've been talking about since the beginning, is like we jumped in to the solar system. There's no resources on board. I'm going to put some uranium in. Got some holes to fix. There's some uranium I'm going to put into the reactors because, well, we didn't end up... Oh, we did have some already. That's right, because I did a whole bunch of harvesting right before we left the other asteroid, so we're going to be good then. But pretty much everything else, we're going to need resources. So I'm going to give them a little bit of hydrogen, a little bit of O2, obviously which by ice, and then after that we're going to go harvest the rest of it. So we're going to need... I'm going to give us one Scorpion and one miner ship. And then after that, it's going to be all on us. So we'll be back into a true survival mode again. Yeah, let's see, let's put him away. Alright, so get the Amelia tucked in. Looking pretty good. Alright, with the Kesson side. Alright, so that's pretty awesome. It really is. Let's see if we can go K. Got that other guy down there on the surface somewhere. I did see a really awesome, actually it was in the video for the game, for the patch, where they had a lander where it literally just had up and down thrusters, and it just went to the surface and then had hydrogen rockets to get it back up. So that's something like a space elevator that I'm definitely looking to do. We had talked about it... Oh, okay, I'm in a ship. I was like, what's going on? We had talked about a space elevator in our last Planet series. So it's something that we can still look at doing. So I'm going to put this here. So, interesting. I wonder, because the physics are turned on for stations, so I wonder if um, gravitational forces will impact stations now, like planetary bodies. Because if they don't, then I'd want to build our station just right inside the cusp of gravity, so we don't have to worry about gravity, because we'll be in orbit of the planet, right? So at least that's a plan. I'll have to look into that and see what happens. So I don't want to wreck this ship because we're definitely gonna need it. So let's climb out. Let's get our other ships that we're going to use. And so next episode we're literally gonna be hit the ground running. Alright, so we have our Reaper. Okay. And then we're going to go with, where is Scorpion Mark 1? Alright, and then that's it. That's our entire build log. We'll get these 4 ships. Oh, and the turret on the surface. I'll bring him back up as well. And that's how we're going to kick off our next episode. It's from here. I'd like to hear what you guys think I should do first. Should we grab the Kess and go do some exploring? Or should we set up some type of outpost here on the surface or in orbit? Asteroids will be getting turned on. So give myself a few episodes to get some supplies coming in, but they will get turned on. And that's why we had talked about arming the Amelia so she can defend herself. So that'll happen too. So, alright. Episode 1, Season 2, Planets. This is Havoc. Have fun, and keep gaming.